Further back, we've got a good battle going on between the Rodin and Virtuosi car. That's, I think, they've got a little bit wide. They've got through the chicane. Big moment there. One of the JHRs and Virtuosi, or Argenti, sorry.
Yeah, Hani Sadiq has the JH car, number 12. But
Ella Lloyd runs a little bit wide. He's now got the momentum, but she's got it defended once again as they went up to the blind corner of Coppice. Has a couple of run wide there. One of the, was that one of the Rodins that's run wide? No, it's one of the XL cars running very wide.
Might have been Hewitson.
Yeah, I think it is Hewitson's run wide through Coppice.
Third race of the weekend, so he was happy with his pace, but unhappy about track limits, and he's learnt from that. Another pass in the offing here.
That's Lennon down the inside. Oh, contact! Ripped the wheel off, ripped the tyre off the wheel there. That's a real shame there, but that came off so quickly. He's just caught. Was there some contact here as they went through the chicane? Someone hit the curb. Another one clipped the inside. They're looking not to roll there.
Yeah, Sadiq and Clementson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clementson in the 88.
Hewitson runs wide here through Coppice as well. Very eventful first couple of laps. That's Lennon as well, and Al-Azhari. Al-Azhari just caught.
Who's at fault there?
It's a difficult one. So Mercier makes him a place, nearly makes him a second one as well.
Yeah, Mercier second.
Contact! That's going to be damaged.
Damaged the car, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, you saw that ping. It's good. Have another look at this.
Yeah, it's similar to what we saw before, but no,
it was more steering, wasn't it?
Yeah. It looked like it snapped, didn't it? But no, it's... that definitely would have hurt his hands, but his wrists. Yeah, Lennon did actually get away in the end, but it did look like slow starts from a lot of the field. But with the new light system, it's a little bit tricky. As we got contact there with Lindblom, and was that one of the JHR cars, and that's taken out as well.
That's
Felber. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a safety car, so Felber's going to get going again. But it's carnage further back. There's another one as well. Felber did a good job as well. He got along with Carney, his teammate. But you can see down the inside there from Lindblom.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was big contact there with the Fortec car, Felber. And then further on, see another incident as they come out of T1. So there's the incident, the first one. The next one, which involves Al-Azhari. Oh, big contact there. Broken suspension.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to avoid him. Do you know what? That's not a nice one where he's sideways in the middle of the track.
He's on the inside in the second of the Red Bull cars. Now he's getting up into CDR teammate territory.
Yeah, that's Mercier ahead there.
Yeah.
Everyone there. Oh, look at this. Avoiding it very well, all of them. Mercier got through his teammate as well. Harfield made up a few places from all those incidents.
In 10th position, side by side. In car number 10 for 4th position.
Another car. That's Slater, isn't it?
Slater, yes, the second of the black and white Rodin cars.
See what happens. With Slater. There's a big lock. No. I don't know whether there was any contact. We saw a plume of smoke. That's how Harfield managed to get past his teammate Mercier.
I mean, you're always looking ahead, aren't you? I mean, talk us through the two different drivers' perspectives there from the onboard that we were looking at. Well, maybe we'll come to that and talk about the off first. Is that just a lock-up?
Yeah, so he's tried to go to the outside, and unfortunately changing direction that quickly from the car in front. Let's see what happened here. This is Jeff Hall, who is coming back on. I think, that's Ella Lloyd and one of the, that's Alzabar, isn't it? That's Langendonk did an amazing job.
Was the slowest one, wasn't he?
Yeah, it looked like it. The Virtuosi have come together. Proudford-Nalder has been wiped out by Clark, his teammate, so not good from Virtuosi at all.
Now, the question is, will that be a safety car? Possibly not. I think the cars are mobile.
He's got going again.
That's good news. Look how busy this is coming down.
Oh, look, big contact. That's Harfield, our onboard camera. He's going to go over. No, he's all right. He's all good.
Thankfully, he is okay. That's our onboard gone for the main race, which is a little bit of a pity for Tommy Harfield. And that underlines, he's fifth in the championship, but really a disappointing weekend for him because he wanted to be up in the front. That's Jackson Woley going all over the grass in the Fat Racing XL car.
So let's see, Jarrett Clark got a bad start. Proudford-Nalder got a good one, his teammate, as you can see with the yellow helmet. He's now just unfortunately come across Clark. Clark did keep pretty straight, to be fair. They've made contact. Now let's see what happens further down the hill here. He doesn't do the track limits on lap one. He's got his teammate, one of his teammates in further ahead. And big contact there, and he's actually hit his teammate as well, which I think was Mercier, and yeah, you can see how close that was, just to tipping over. Hoping for. Let's see again. They're just 3 into 1 there. It's got a bit of a pinch point as they all start turning in for the first part of Cranes.
They'll all argue they had the line.
Well, they will, yeah. Unfortunately, they do all have mirrors as well.
So 1 and 2 get away. We've got a challenge on. They said Jeff Hall was slow, but he's caught up.
Yeah, he has. And I think Clark ran a little bit wide there, coming through.
Smith actually is all over the back of, isn't it?
Oh, Felber! Cash Felber's run wide there, gone off. And now that's going to be another, if you can just gently try. That's even Jeff Hall trying to go on the outside of Smith, is it?
Yeah, he's Joseph Smith in third place. You didn't quite see how Cash Felber went out. He did get...
Coming out of the last corner, you got Slater down the inside there.
Ethan Carney, yes, Slater past Ethan Carney, and Carney goes off onto the gravel. The Fortec car, I've seen a couple of Fortec cars in the gravel, to be fair to them.
Because that was Slater's corner.
Yeah, he's lost more time, hasn't he? From
big lock up there. That's one of the... Is that JHR? But that's with a slipstream as well. Is he going to go for a move? Yes, he is. Down the inside. Lang oh! Wow, I was not expecting that. I was actually expecting contact for the pair of them, but Palmer has really tried to avoid hitting Langendonk there because he has been showing some real... He's almost passed him there. Again, I've just missed if they actually made contact, but yeah, with that sort of pace that Palmer's been showing, he for the F1 Academy this year, so I think they get 2 or maybe 3 years in F1 Academy now. Oh, we've got the XL, running wide, going down the last corner.
That's like hits it, and it's a chain reaction almost, isn't it? Ethan Jeff Hall third, and here's a replay.
Yeah, you can see just running wide there, and that's a big hit.
Al Sabah with Al-Azhari there. Al Sabah on the right of shot as we look at the back end of the car. Meanwhile, we go Jarrett Clark. Very in contact with Ethan Lennon, and Clark's going to recover. Thankfully, okay, and not colliding with anyone, but that could have been nasty. Is he going to be able to pull this off? Cole Hewitson won't give him any room, and he's going to get the line, isn't he, into the old hairpin?
Yeah, but he's not giving up. Oh, he squeezed him wide. Yeah, that's a real shame for Clark, as he was running side by side for many corners. The contact, I think, was actually nothing to do with Cash Felber, I don't think. I think it was, let's see again.
Yeah, Cash just...
Yeah, so Cash has had his own incident with someone else, and that's why he's on the grass at that point. But if we just look further back here, we'll see what happened to Joseph Smith. Yeah, he came off one of the JHR cars. Who's
Youngling, isn't it, with the green helmet?
Youngling, number 2. So he's taken out Smith. It didn't look intentional at all, obviously, but it was definitely a little bit clumsy. Second one, and get himself into the lead. So yeah, we were watching halfwheel, and someone goes very wide. Proudford-Nalder runs very wide. Then that takes out one of the Fortec cars. Hopefully he manages to get going again. He hits the tarmac, has the grip to carry on, but yeah, that was...
the orange and black machine of Dries van Langendonk, who led the championship after Donington Park, but no longer championship leader. Is on the grass.
Yeah, he just got squeezed there, as Al Sabah also got squeezed as he was trying to get past down the start. Jarrett Clark done a great job to get off from pole. Really good start, now he's leading.
I wasn't winding you up before the race started. I was asking who might win. There's a big moment on the grass there. This is very much a lottery, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah. When it's reverse grid, it makes it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah. So, yeah, not the race 2 he wanted.
Oh, another one. We've got a JHR car running through. That's Sadiq, isn't it?
Because he's got red mirrors.
Yes, that's it. I taught you that one, didn't I?
You did, thank you, Phil.
You can see, so when we saw the high-tech car go off, just behind that was Felber running wide. So yeah, that was Al-Azhari, and then he ran wide, but just behind that, the Fortec car is spinning behind, so we didn't quite see exactly how that happened.
Busy night, didn't they? Because Cash Felber had issues yesterday. That was Smith trying to defend his position just a little bit too aggressively, and that ended up sticking Dries after that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you've also got Zandvoort as well. There's Belovsky there and Sadiq. That's what happened. So Sadiq just got turned around, unfortunately, and he managed to carry on. But yeah, you can see it's a pretty good move there down the inside. He's fully alongside. I don't think he's done a lot wrong there, Belovsky. I think Sadiq should have probably left a little bit more room, but it'll end up in the steward's office. So I don't think we're going to have much longer before the safety car lights are out. They're still on at the minute. That one was Werrell having a spin.
Oh, that was Werrell, was it?
Yeah. This is real close. Look how he's left Lindblom now. Look how far the Red Bull car is. They were together barely a lap ago, and Dries van Langendonk...
Oh, that's Proudford-Nalder. That's going to be quite a big hit. Oh, into the wall. That's going to be another safety car. He's made one more place past Smith now, but I think we're going to get a safety car. That was a nasty hit.
One of 2 bits of respite for the drivers in the heat. They got 2 very long straights here. got the Bentley straight, and also, of course, was there a little bit of a coming together there, I think, between...
He didn't get the best of X's out of the last corner. It's uphill here down the start-finish straight. You can see Hartfield defending hard there. As there's a bit of contact, Hartfield goes off. He's going to miss the wall. Hopefully, no, he's clipped the wall. I thought he was going to miss the end of it. Real shame for Hartfield there. That's, yeah, there was obviously contact at the apex.
Still come back and get it, but as soon as there's a little bit of doubt, there's a problem. Let's have a look at what happened.
Oh, that's Belovsky, isn't it? Oh, that's not a nice hit. So Belovsky has lost it going through the last corner, and he's gone over the inside. They nearly took out Mercier as well.
Did I hear talk about raised curbs there as well?
There's one at the under the bridge, which yeah, it's a tricky one. Like this is the incident there with Youngling there going down the inside of Hartfield into turn one, and unfortunately the contact is taking him out of the way. So I don't know what happened to Youngling.
Timo Youngling on pole position, gets it off the line well. We look back. It's always a dodgy moment, isn't it? And there is one there. Joseph Smith gets squeezed into the wall. He's going to be out of the race. Bad news for Joseph. That, I'm guessing, Phil, will be a safety car straight away as Cash Felber looks around the outside. If he can brave it out around the Wilson, we get more drivers going off on the grid. If he can brave it out here, the Fortec driver in white and red.
Where we saw Clark and Smith have it coming together. You can see Smith there. Oh, Clark. Yeah. Unfortunately, Clark has gone one way. He's seen Smith get a really good start at the barrier there.
So it's a double name, so we're going to see Clark going to the Clark, and we might see Palmer going into Palmer later on.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big one.
That was Pilters, we didn't see that one.
That's going into the braking zone of turn two. Yeah, he's gone right over the top there. Of is that Clementson, or was that? We've got one running very wide coming through turn one. All safe. And there you can see further ahead. That's a nasty incident there.
I think you're right with it being Kobahichi. It was an XL car, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
It
looks
top 8.
Someone runs very wide there.
Again. He's giving us some entertainment, isn't he?
Oh, it looks like we're going to get a bit of contact. No. Oh, yes,
there is
are.
contact.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah. Be thinking about getting positions gain points in the championship as well.
That was that is Sadiq again. He's in the wars today. And there he is again. Sadiq in the wall. Let's see what happened. Yeah, I think there's some damage from that incident. Yeah, you can see it's already broken. So we'll have to see what happened at the start of that corner. But yeah, he's been having a lot of contact. I think it was straight after the exit of turn 2 where that contact was, and then something's obviously failed. It looks like he's okay, moving around.
Let's have a look.
Oh yeah,
top of shot.
Yeah, you can see when you hit that exit curve at the wrong place. That's Alex.
Further up the order, Alizari trying to tuck up into second position. Is he going to be able to do that side by side with Ethan Lennon as they go round Riches for the first time? Alizari's got the run, so it's Alizari, but I can hear gravel, and that's why 2 XL runners. Cole Hewitson near his camera is one of those off and out of the grid. That's going to be an early safety car.
Yeah, like you say, there's Youngling and Hewitson, like you said, and there was another XL as well. But
are they gesticulating at each other as well?
I think so, yeah. There's Italian signs there going off. They move round the outside, going under the bridge, but. Well done, mate. That's what that is.
Youngling, hero to zero, wasn't it? Winning the reverse grid race.
That's Belovsky as well, yeah. So he's had contact going into the hairpin. Unfortunately, it bogged down and she nearly stalled that. So she's going to have the armchair view of what happened. Oh, no, we can't see that. And I'm surprised that Youngling is already blaming someone else, because I don't know. I'm sure he can't really tell exactly what happened there. Let's look further back. Oh, yeah. No.
It was a lock-up,
I think he's bang on there.
Yeah.
It was a big lock-up. I think Youngling has called that just right, and that's why he gave him...
Juniors, I know you do a lot of work with that. You're seeing the guys that are going to come into this next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely some people. And you can
see
the
inside.
Move there on his teammate. Oh, that's Proud. Was that Proudford-Nalder and Smith? No, don't think so.
Heat disappearing from their tyres, the revs rise, the blue nose, George Proudfoot-Nalder does not get away at all, stalls the car, he's trying to get it fired up, there's lockups behind as people race towards him, already speeds into 3 figures as they realise there's a stationary car, somebody's lost a nose ring and damaged the left front suspension. So at the start, watch the car on the right hand side of the front row of the grid. It went nowhere. Absolute disaster for George Proudfoot-Nalder.
Quick young Swiss racer who has made her debut in the championship this year.
Right, who's that gone off in a cloud of dust? It's one of our rookies, and that is the Georgian driver who started at the back of the grid, Mate Kobachisi.
This might not be unrelated. There's damage to the front of Ella Lloyd's car.
And he's got a handy advantage over Chiara Betic. Everybody else in fifth, at 21 cars in fifth. Somebody's lost a wing, and 2 cars off, flying through the air, 3 or 4 cars off.
And it's Van Langendonk with a rear puncture, so Van Langendonk's not going to score any points. I don't think today. Big launch over the curve from one of the cars. This feels like a British Touring Car Championship reverse grid race rather than F4.
Wow. The next shot in the Beckett Sessions might be slightly different. This is where it all starts. 1, 2, 3. Where's Emma Felbermeyer? Wow, that's a wild ride. Felbermeyer just goes straight off. I think she's totally unsighted in the dust.
Betic was very quick through Vale, but yeah, she was trying to get in the mirrors, wasn't she? The cars. And again, we had another incident at Club Corner in the background.
Yeah, more rally crossing, and there's a nose wing gone there as well, isn't there? Our winner earlier yesterday, who now has the championship advantage over the man in the orange and black car, Dries van Langendonk, the McLaren driver, in 5th place. And off there has gone car number 55. Contact in the midfield, and that is Jarrett Clark, the Virtuosi driver. And yet again, there's more rally crossing and more damage.
Yeah, there's wings going everywhere, isn't there, in the mid-pack? I suspect we might have an interruption to this race because we've got multiple cars off the circuit after multiple cars off the circuit, including the race 2 winner, Joseph Smith. He's been involved in an incident with Roman Felber, so it wasn't just Ella Lloyd that got caught up there at Club Corner. There are several cars off the circuit, I'm afraid.
Jeff Hall coming back on, but then carnage in the midfield, cars off in the gravel trap, damaged cars on the track, and the race control left with no option but to throw the red flag. So as we saw in both earlier races,
in a few weeks' time, but for today it's battle for 4th place. There's contact off the road at 24, which would be Sun Anza, the Chinese driver.
The Belgian driver getting his nose in front. Squabbling all the way down the order, both the Red Bull Juniors had a torrid time in the final race, right at the back of the field, making contact.